time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome back. We miss you guys.
Absolutely.
As you see from the title, we're here. We're your hosts. I'm sorry. This is the number one father and son podcast on the planet Earth. I am Malcolm. This is the artist formerly known as the Black Dot. Thank you guys for joining us. We miss you. What's good, everybody? As you see from the title and the thumbnail, it's not clickbait. This is the final episode of the Urban X podcast, and we appreciate you guys for being here with us. What's good, Dot?
Let's clap that up. Always a pleasure to be here with the people.
Yeah.
Super duper excited. This is not a sad event in any sense of the word. We are here in the flesh one last time. Mama Dot is holding her belly. I don't know if she has something bad to eat. If you hear burnt, it ain't me.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's Mama Dot.
Yeah.
But true to be said, this is an amazing day for us. This is a long journey traveled. You already know what it is. We don't have to play the violins and all of that old kind of stuff. You know what we do. You know why we do it. And all of these things, every favorite sitcom you have, every dynasty has a time when enough is enough, and we want to enter stage left at the highest vibration possible. We don't want to run this to the point where it's like, okay, you know, how many more stories can these two dudes cover in the way that they cover? Now, for you, you would tune in all the time, but from our perspective, the energy it requires, the time, the commitment, and for me in particular, well, not even just for me, but the creative aspect of it is super duper important for what we do. And when I become stagnant or feel that I'm not in my true authentic self, I lose energy. And so I begin to waddle in my own cosmic slop, so to speak, of or lack of creativity. And so we've been to that point. We've remixed some things, tried some things, flipped some things, turn. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I'm gonna speak today about authenticity and the power of that energy, and why when everybody has a podcast, nobody has a podcast. And so wanted to open the show by thanking you, Malk. This was your brainchild. This wasn't my brainchild.
Thank you.
You know, I started with Eli, you know, just on the side, giving Eli a voice to show his magnificence. in the areas that he
seen it.
lacked physically, he had a mental brilliance. And so, shout out to Doggy Diamonds, the best in the game to ever do it, as far as I'm concerned. I hit him up and say, yo, dog, listen, I need to do something for my son. He pointed me in the right direction. And then Malcolm was like, yo, we should do a podcast. I said, shut up. Do no damn podcast. As a matter of fact, Malcolm, you're very bright. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard you say. Now let me get back to helping Eli, right? And then I called Malcolm one day and said, yo,
we should start a
think
podcast.
We should start a podcast.
Yeah, like it was his idea. Yeah.
Well, you know, I had to do that.
Yeah, I was walking on 7th Ave when I got that call. Like, wait, all right, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
It makes sense, yeah.
But I was there when you said I'm at the Department of DOE and this ain't it. Somebody was retiring after 40 years and they gave them like a pendant or something. You was like, what
a pen and a watch or something. I was just like, nah.
Yeah. So I said, well, come on home. And we didn't even have nothing laid out. We just was like, okay, cool.
We're gonna figure it out. Yeah.
We figure it out. But at the time, you were at home with mama. You had a hoopty. You ain't had no kids. You know, you just needed some gas money, haircut money.
And haircut money,
You know, so we started having you train Eli. Yeah, you know, work with your brother. And we took care of that. And oh, how life has changed.
Yeah, you guys see it. I'm a father of 2 now. Thank you guys for the well wishes.
Yeah.
So
Not one.
I'm a father of
2.
2.
All right?
2 kids now. Yeah.
2 kids, a fiance, a home, a relocation. It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, you already know who Noble is. My second grandson arrived, and his name is Titan.
Yep.
I told Malcolm today that I would only address him as a Decepticon. How is young Titan?
Yeah.
The future is reserved for the noble ones and the Titans. You know? Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a snapshot of what's going on. I'm only gonna give you this one hint of what the future holds for me. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Dwayne.
You've been dropping that hint for about 1.5 years now. So yeah.
Yeah. And so the future is bright for each and every one of us for what it is that we do. We're not going anywhere and all of that, but we're changing our positions based on our positions in life. You know what I'm saying? Mama Dotta's got some new creative stuff coming. Oh boy, some stuff coming. And Malcolm, all of this was the training for what he's about to do next. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's where we are in this space and in this time. With that being said, if you want to cancel your membership, you go in. I don't know, Malcolm, you go to the right or?
Yeah, the top right. Yeah,
top right. Hit
and
cancellation. We'll never take it personal. We get it.
Yeah.
But the membership is going to be there for a lot of the old stuff that's in there. We're going to drop a few seeds in there, you know what I'm saying? And the clothing line ain't going nowhere.
And this is what I wanted to say as well. So as you said, like the membership is going to be there. Our minds haven't gone anywhere. Like, so me and like during our break, right? There was a bunch of stuff happening, and I was just calling my pops, like, we were just having like really funny ass conversations about what was going on. So we see what's going on, we see what's happening. We always talk, we always have thoughts and always have thoughts on what's happening. But we felt the Mondays, 8 o'clock, Thursdays, 8 o'clock podcasts, and trying to dig up stories, going through the same rigmarole, for the past 8 years now, right? Like we've been doing this for a long time. Most podcasts don't make it past episode 10, 15, right? We've been doing this since I had black hair, bro. Like we've been doing this since I had black hair, man. And we appreciate everybody who's shown us support. We appreciate everybody who's hate watched us to a point. We appreciate it. We really do. As my pop said, this was an idea that like I remember sharing with the people who's closest to me, and they couldn't believe it. They was like, "Mark, you're not about to do no podcast. You don't even like hanging
people.
around. You don't even like people. Like you're not gonna do no podcast." I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna do it with my pops, and then what the idea of what it started out to be, and to still what is now. I'm really proud of the fact we kept our word,
integrity,
our integrity, our word with each other, and how we were gonna handle it. I remember there was right before like the podcast started, like I was still at the DOE, and I was watching YouTube, and it was some YouTube conscious community beef happening right like then. I forget which one, right? And then I was just like, I never want to get involved with nothing like this, like ever.
Yes.
And my pops was just like, you preaching, like I don't either, right? And I always wanted to keep our channel, our show just a step above, not highbrow, but just kind of a step above. And hopefully you guys have seen that in this time, with our, products. We try to always be the highest quality as much, as possible, to our detriment as well, to our own business as well. And hopefully you guys see it. Hopefully you guys appreciate it, because we appreciate each and every one of you guys. So, that being said,
I want to add on.
Let's talk about. Oh, go ahead.
I want to add on. No, we're not done. To my morning meetup group, my UX90 family.
How can I forget?
This is going to hurt me more in that aspect because of the personal, intimate time that we have spent, the space, how much it has helped each and every one of us grow. I will never forget what you guys did for me and my family. I need you to understand that from the bottom of my heart. That's why we didn't want to redo another UX90 the next year. We said, we'll do a Power 30, but that space and going down to the gathering of the masters and being able to hug and love on you guys.
I'll say this, the gathering of the masters, meeting our morning meetup crew out there, that saved the show for another, how many episodes did we go since that August? Then, because we were kind of tapped out prior to that that trip. Yeah. But seeing everybody there in one space, hugging everybody, talking, watching everybody talk like they've known each other for years, but they've only known each other through a computer screen, that was really something special. And that actually got us over the 500 episode hump, in my opinion.
Not only that, man, it really carried us. It meant something. And what I need people to understand is, and then we'll get into some shit, right?
Yeah.
At some point, we don't want to consume ourselves from the inside, right? I've been a sit-down comedian, not a stand-up, a sit-down comedian, as long as I possibly can. Before we, hit that downslide, even with the morning meetup, because that was the hardest thing. Well, we can keep that going, but at one point, do the same 50, 60 people coming in the room, seeing each other, reach a point where we're now maybe, disgusted with each other or tired of each other. So the 30-day closeout, we spent a lot of time reflecting on what this means. And once I turned into a chatty patty, because, the last 30 shows, I'm just, shit I wouldn't even normally cover, I'm throwing it in there. I'm becoming a chatty patty. I know when my time has come and gone. And I want to thank each and every one of you, because to be independent, remember, we did all this with no sponsorship other than Ascendant Infinite Goddess, Two Grumpy Men, Leslie from time to time. But to have 500 episodes, 3 cameras, professional lighting, switcher boards, microphones, so much going on, and only support we got is from the people. Phenomenal. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being there for us.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Any other announcements?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so this is like I'm doing the what's that movie? The 5 Heartbeats, where he was just like, yeah, the group was breaking up, but I got my own album. It's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top. But listen, I started a brand new YouTube channel, and the only things that I'm going to be talking about on there is like stuff that I'm really passionate about. So like personal development stuff, online business stuff, book reviews. I want to interview small businesses and things like that. So if you are interested in that, like only in that type of content, then you can subscribe. It's Malcolm X Bowser on YouTube. And yeah. But like, I don't want to see somebody comment like, "Yo, y'all see what happened to Diddy?" Not on there, not over there.
Malcolm
Keep that
X
over here.
Bowser on YouTube is his new channel. Clap that up.
Yeah.
Couple of quick announcements other than that. Listen, Brother Oba has released a monster of a book. If you like Harry Potter, magical, metaphysical, occult stories told from an urban perspective mixed in with hip hop, brace yourself for his new book. This is colossal. Ma, you want to play that little piece for me? Is the musical part there? Nothing?
I can play the commercial.
Play the commercial. You gonna play the whole commercial?
Just attached together.
Okay,
All right,
we'll hold on that.
Yeah, we'll hold on. Yeah.
We'll hold on that, but we have his commercial that's going to play. Obadima.com. I read the entire book. It is a masterpiece.
Oh.
Yeah, he sent me an advanced copy. Malcolm, I know people. I know people. He sent me an advanced copy of this book, bro. And when I tell you, it kept me on the edge of my seat the entire book.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm excited to check that out. Also, wanted to give a quick shout out because he's watching live. My brother Clinton.
Clinton in the building. Man, I've known you since like 2nd grade or something. Jeez.
Yeah. If you loved our intro music, him and his brother are the ones that are on there. The beat and the hook, that's him, and then his brother Ramen. So that intro song went triple platinum in the streets. It went diamond in the streets.
It went diamond in the streets.
And I always appreciate him for doing that. Like I told him, like, you know, I'm doing the podcast, I want intro music, and he was just like, I bet. And then he let me hear the track, and then I was just like, you think like Mars could do something over this? He was like, yeah, bet. Then he sent it to us. I sent it to my pops.
We knew.
And then that was it.
We knew immediately that was our intro music. So the rites of passage of Taiwo and Kahindi. I know I screwed that up, Oba. I'm sorry.
That.
Book 1, The Enemy of Water.
Okay.
All right? And I got his commercial coming up soon, and we'll run that for you so you can see exactly what that is. It is all powerful. And side note, he put a little glossary on the back of the book because you will get lost with some of these characters. I'm going to give you a little hack. Go to the back of the book, get familiar with the characters, some of the terminologies, and then read the book at obadima.com. An advanced copy between now and February 1st. You're going to get a discount on that, but we'll get back into that in a minute. And I'd like to also bring about some bad news, some sad news.
Oh, yeah.
Our dog Bowser made the transition, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bowser made the transition. He got old. He just couldn't take it no more. Remember, he's like 14 years, 15 years in dog years.
In dog years, bro.
And then he went blind in both eyes. He couldn't hear. And he was really, really going through it. And remember, dogs are like a part of the family. Bowser was a part of our family. He would bark during the show when he heard something that he disagreed with. And me and Bowser had this love-hate relationship because he was a male dog. So he was on his alpha shit, and so was I. And it's almost like we was at the end seeing who gonna go first, like me or him and shit. And then one day he looked at me, and in doggy terms, he said to me, yo, I'm disappointed in you, man. Like, what do you do all day? I was like, no, because I got a podcast and he said, that is not work. You don't ever have, I don't see you coming with no groceries. You don't have no real man job. I'm not sure you can even protect this family. And so, but when he was hungry and nobody else was around, he was like, yo, feed me, walk me. And so, yeah, Bowser is with the ancestors now. So we miss him. Yep. And we love him. Yes, and with that being said, Malcolm.
Let's get to some stuff.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
What you want to get to first, man?
Malcolm, this
has been a lot.
Run it.
All right. So the American Airlines crash. So I heard about this like yesterday. Like I saw it. I saw a video of like the Black Hawk helicopter and the plane colliding. But you ever see something like the way the internet has my mind warped now? Like you could see something and not realize how big of a deal it is. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like I saw it, I was just like, am I watching like a plane crash? And then the next day I wake up, I'm like, yo, this was like this happened. People died. Like everybody on board, I think like 60 people died. Like this was insane. Mm-hmm. And then I saw press conferences because they were trying to figure out like who was flying the plane. Apparently it was a woman pilot with like 500 hours of flight time because that's how they kind of calculate somebody's
well
like
of a pilot
seniority. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, right? So ever since Trump got back in office, they've been using the term DEI for everything. Every time something is black run, something by a woman, something by they think, if it's something created that they think is run by somebody unqualified, it is, was this a DEI hire? And I'm just like, since when has that become like in the lexicon? Yes. And it's funny, like just doing a show like this for so long, you see like the same like cycles, the same patterns repeat themselves. So now it's DEI, like everything is a DEI, like everything, or before it was woke, that was the term, but now it's DEI. Like you always see like the same kind of things like come back around. So they Trump in his press conference said something fly, like we don't know if this was a DEI hire, like I'm just like what the hell does that have to do with anything? Black Hawk helicopter, and that's a military helicopter, no? Like colliding into an airline.
Yeah, continue.
No, that's it. Like I was just confused at that. Like, what the hell? Like, where's that going?
Okay, I'm gonna try to unravel some of this shit.
Please tell me.
All right. First of all, the way Steve Coakley and some of the elders trained us, Malcolm, and I trained you. When a plane goes down, what's the first question we want to ask?
Who was on it?
Who was on the plane? Yes. So we'll park that here. Who was on that plane? Now, some of the things that concern me, there's only one footage, one shot that they continue to show me about this incident. That's weird in the age of social media when people randomly around a airspace or have cameras out filming this and that. And so there's no other angles from this. Now, Black Hawk. What I know about these Black Hawk planes are they can be flown remotely They are the most advanced helicopters that we've ever created. They can come down and be next to you without making a sound. The technology that they have is out of this world. And we understand that the DC area is a very busy airspace.
Yeah.
But to have the most advanced pilots that we have crash into a plane
Right.
is kind of rare. It's kind of off. Now,
Yeah.
where
And real quick, I'm gonna add something. They said that the air traffic controller had he was doing work for 2 people. Like they were like understaffed or something, and he was doing work for 2 people, and that's probably why. Because we all know like the air traffic controller is supposed to control the air traffic. So if he sees something in the airspace, you're not supposed to take off, or he's not, So I just want to add that in there.
Now, the FAA director resigned on January 20th under the direction, listen to this shit, of Elon Musk. Because the FAA director was saying that Elon Musk should suffer certain specific fines for his, what is this shit called? Space station, whatever.
SpaceX.
SpaceX.
Yeah.
And so he resigned on the day President Trump took office. Let's park that over here. This Black Hawk helicopter, where was it coming from? It was coming from a diplomatic executive of Saudi Arabia. Let's park that. Okay,
right.
so a plane coming from, off the grounds of Saudi Arabia.
All
right.
Yeah.
We do know there was some Russians on this plane. The skate team.
Figure skaters. Yep.
Even Mama Dot has just recently told me a friend of hers from her old neighborhood's child was a stewardess on that plane. So we do know.
Wow.
But I need to unpack some things for the last time for you guys. I've come up with a lot of terms here. Real people can die in a fake movie, and that's not being insensitive to the situation. I'm letting you know that does not mean that this was some kind of weird operation. This plane, American Eagle plane, let's think Eagles.
Yeah. Okay.
It was flying from Wichita, Kansas.
Oh god.
Oh shit. No shit. Calm this shit down. All right? Now, so we got the Eagles, we got Kansas, a Black Hawk, right? So we know that's a bird, but who would call themselves Black Hawk, but not a chief of native people call themselves, I am Blackfoot, and this is Black Hawk. So we have a Black Hawk colliding with an eagle, an American Eagle, flight 5342, which is almost a countdown. Just juxtapose 4 and the 3, and it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who knows what's really going on here? Now, we do know this. The call that came in over the radar for the Black Hawk was Pat 25. Now, had the shit said Pat 15, I think that would have been too obvious. Patrick Mahomes, number 15. But that stands for priority air transport. So whoever was on the Black Hawk was priority air transport. That's what came in on that end. Listen, hold on. I'm just trying to lay out.
You're bugging.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
You know how my shoulder get, right?
Yeah.
And so, but we're not in Kansas anymore. And so we have so many terminologies that go within this situation here. So where Arabian diplomats plane that could have flown, because they still haven't mentioned who the 3 pilots were on the Black Hawk, you know what I mean, crashes into a flight with 60 people on it, and somebody significant was probably on that plane. When we speak of this, the ends justify the means on how this into the Potomac River. So we're dealing with, when we look at the Super Bowl situation, we're gonna be dealing with land. We're gonna be dealing with the Eagles, which is where the original capital of America is.
Yeah.
Was in
Philly. Yep.
Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. And you're gonna be dealing with chiefs who could be the actual natives of a specific land. When you add up 5, 4, 3, 2, I believe you get the number 14, if I'm correct, which could tie into the 14th Amendment with this birthright situation that we have going on, which has nothing to do with, it has to do with not black people. You think it does. It doesn't. Because you have a blood right to the land, which they've been trying to hide for you forever with this birthright shit. And the ones who took advantage of all that birthright is all them people who came from somewhere else. I don't want to get too far out. We have some time tonight, but I wanted to kind of put that into the lexicon of the people. Somebody was on that plane, Saudi Arabia, Black Hawks, American Eagles, Wichita, Kansas, Washita. All of this stuff is in here, packed. 25, priority, air, transport, who was important that was on that. All of this stuff taking place in the midst of your man becoming the president is some deep stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is. Yo, speaking of the Chiefs, real quick, did you see, like, in front of their stadium, like, they're like, I don't know, it was like a fountain and it was red. And they were saying like it was for like a Kool-Aid or something like that. And people were just like y'all not dead ass. Like y'all are not like doing these sacrifices in front of everybody now.
They are dead ass. It's funny.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that later. So I just want to kind of put that out there real quick. Things are not what they seem to be. If you don't remember anything else, remember the terms, some that I have given specifically to you. Linear minds thinking straight lines, dopamine, keep them coming. You know the ones I put out there.
Yeah.
Real people can die in a fake movie. They'll all come because they are. I want you to never abandon your common sense. That's gonna be a big one. You know what I mean? Never abandon your common sense.
that.
When poor is your religion, money becomes your God, fame is the devil's vibration. I'm giving them all out. You know, there's plenty more that we have icons that we have created in this space that you can always keep with you in 2025 because we're just getting started with this.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Yo, it took a while. It took a long time, but apparently they really trying to get DJ Akademiks out the paint. So he was caught on Discord and he was talking to a 15-year-old boy, asking him some really, 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 really wild things, right? Like just it was sodomy and it was some real wild stuff. So as a result, he was banned off Twitch. I don't know if it was permanent because I hear about people getting banned off Twitch all the time and then they go right back. So I don't know how permanent that is. I don't know how, serious they are. Apparently he lost some sponsorships as well. But it's one of those things where like when you watch the internet finally get their go ahead on somebody that they've been waiting for, it's an interesting thing to see because everybody is lining up. Like I knew it, he's a groomer, I knew it. And then he's made a lot of connections in the music industry because either they wanted his favor or they were scared of him because he had such a pull with the younger audience. Now it's crazy because he's only like 34, 35. I don't know how old he is. He's not that old. But now he's unk now. Like now he's old compared to the streamers. When the rappers were coming up and the radio personalities were like he carved out his own lane and then he became like a gatekeeper for YouTubers, right? For YouTube personalities. He was getting inside information from rappers, from labels, all of that stuff. And then now, think about how fast this has happened. The streamers like Casanat, Playboy Plax, I don't know these dudes' names, but they become that now. Like they are in real time, usurping their that space and cultivating their own lane. It's actually crazy, but I'm actually curious to see what comes of this for DJ Akademiks because initially he didn't handle the backlash well because historically all he had to do was get drunk on his stream, get a bottle of Henny, and say, "I can't cancel me. Only the people can't but the people turned against him now and they're going, yo, that was foul. Like that was crazy. Like what you were saying to Shorty. Even the kid was saying like I'm uncomfortable here.
Yes.
And then now he had to, basically tuck his tail and apologize. But now people are pinning their ears back. Like they ready to see you.
Well, first of all, this is something he said that was interesting. He said, I'm not going down by myself. He said, if I go down, I'm taking everything down and everybody down with me. That was an alarming statement because what does he know? Was he planted there from the beginning is the question. You know what I'm saying? To service a specific agenda, right? And so we have to examine all of this now. A drunk person speaks a sober mind. He might have been drunk, and the true essence of who he is came out because this whole social media space has given predators free reign, Malcolm. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You don't need a minivan no more with candy and go by a school and tell a kid, I got some candy in the trunk and throw them in. You don't have to be a karate instructor and be around kids and find that one kid that parents don't come to pick him up on time and you can tell he's unkept and that's the perfect. You don't have to do that no more when the social media keeps a level of anonymity for you.
Anonymity, yes.
Anonymity for you that you can later hook up. That's why, what's his name? Chris so-and-so be like, yo, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? What's that nigga name?
Oh, yeah. Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? And you thought you was texting a 13-year-old kid. He just forgot what space he was in. He started believing the hype. You have no followers here. You have true supporters who will support you, but all of them numbers don't mean shit because they giveth and they taketh away as soon as you violate the laws or they have no other use for you. Side connecting them, they have created a whole other side. What is his name again?
Yeah. Kai Cenat.
Kai Cenat, they've created other lanes and you become useless. Or, you become obsolete. So you have to have an understanding of where you stand in reality and where you stand in a virtual setting. And all of them people, attention is the new form of currency. You start feeding and start believing that shit. And when they get done with you, they get done with you. You know?
Yo, but so this goes because Akademiks, I think he is another example of what I think hip hop commentary is gonna do in the next year or two. I think it's peaked. I think it peaked last year with the Kendrick Drake stuff, and I don't nothing has the same like weight to it because since especially hip hop commentary, especially because hip hop doesn't make money anymore and it doesn't really drive behavioral change as it used to. Right. People are not buying tickets. People barely buy music, stuff like that. So what you're gonna see is now, we don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the real wave is over here with these young ones who are streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like they're always on. Like we can always advertise something with them because that's where the kids are. And it's just, again, it's just a cycle. Like we've been doing this for 8 years. It's just a cycle. You just see it happen over and over again. Like when we first started this show, the Breakfast Club was killing it. Now, when's the last time you watched a whole Breakfast Club interview?
I haven't. Well, I didn't watch them anyway, but that's beside the point.
I actually did. When I had a corporate job, I actually did. Like I actually had to not had to, but I actually used to enjoy it. But now it's just like, who cares? Like
Yeah.
for real, like who cares?
Well, this is one I want to add to that, Malcolm. And it also ties into podcasting somewhat, right? In the age of information, if you are a decoder, it's almost like an oxymoron, right? We in the age of information. Mm-hmm. You are giving us information. I mean, I understand there's misinformation and disinformation, so the level of decoding has to reach a point that's quantum once again. What made Bobby Hemmett, Steve Coakley, Phil Valentine, Henry DiBernardo, C. Freemantle, and all of those elders so important is you didn't have access to information. And it eliminated those who were not qualified to process this level of information. That's why they were from another tomorrow. And now when you juxtapose everything that they were talking about in this day and time, it makes more sense because we have synergized where we are collectively with the times that we are cosmically in. And so what that has done with is put you in a situation where you got your smartphone. You can find out anything you need to find out, right?
Yeah.
The way the government, whatever, the powers that be, the man, whatever you want to call it, interfaced with this was through YouTube at first, right? And so they were making information readily available to everyone who was not ready to process that information. So if your first interaction with Bobby Hemmett was through a 15-minute YouTube clip, he sounded crazy. He sounded off his rocker, and then we had a state of confusion with those who knew something, with those who, that's just that Hotep ridiculed stuff. But now we are in the age of information. And last year, to me, was the year of the cat. Because Cat Williams broke this thing wide open. This year, according to the Chinese people, we're in the year of the snake. And there will be those who will say, yeah, well, Donald Trump is a snake and he's slithering. Could all be true. Because remember, a lot of things can be true at the same time based on where you see it from. Now, snake could also represent that awakening, that Kundalini energy, the Caduceus energy that moves from the base of the spine up the pineal gland into the medulla oblongata and enlightens you. Because even if you're talking about Donald Trump as a snake, you got to cut the grass to see the snake, right? So we're talking about information being readily available. Now, how does this tie into the podcasting? When we entered this realm, the level of information we brought had a sense of relevancy to it because you wasn't getting it everywhere. But when everyone has a podcast and things can get sullied and mud up, no one has a podcast. Authenticity has its place, Malcolm. The first dude who could dunk a basketball was authentic. When everybody started dunking and tomahawking, he's just one of the, right? So this war of information is to flood you with information, but the decoders now are in a difficult space because now they have to sift through what's readily available to most, but they still have to ascend to an even higher level to show you the chaos or the order in the chaos so that you won't be confused by information itself. And with that being said, I digress.
You are
So,
tuned into the
real quick.
sounds of Urban X.
Real quick, gotta remind everybody that Shop Urban X is still available. We still have some amazing merch. We have the best merch. And the membership is still there as well. So if you do want to go back and check out some amazing evergreen stuff that holds true whenever you watch it, go check it out. It's hours upon hours upon hours of stuff.
Yeah,
like that classic stuff is in there.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
you won't get bored. Like, you won't watch I can check everybody's profile, and I know for a fact nobody has watched 100%
Half that shit,
of
yeah.
the stuff in there. Yeah. So
And
just putting that out there.
Mama Dot has got a sale rack going in the shop. Now that shit might be commemorative items. You might want to get one of them UX 90 shirts, or
Facts.
them Urban X shirts. You might want to get that.
Yo, there's a few pieces like I don't have. Like I'm looking at my closet, I'm like, damn, like I don't
have that.
Like they're damn, I don't got
And
that
then
no more. Like,
starting Saturday is Black History Month. Oh yeah, they took that away now, Malcolm. Yeah, Trump took that away. There's no more Black History Month. Yeah. They trying to get rid of all that shit. Black History Month is gone.
Yo, we got to talk about Elon Musk. He is bothering me, and I'm gonna tell you why he's bothering me. He's not American, right? And he is like on the front lines. Like, if you're not from here, you need to get away from. Like, nigga, you're not from here.
Facts.
And the way, and I said this on the campaign trail. Oh no, I said this when he bought Twitter, because everybody was like celebrating it, like all like the right leaning people were celebrating it, like it was like a step forward for free speech, and Elon is going to change this app, and he's going to help the world, and he's teaming up with Donald Trump, and yo, it is the same thing. It is just a different side of the coin.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to see. Like the last 4 years, if you just been paying attention, there have been so many right-wing commentators who've blown up, who've made careers off of basically complaining about Biden, right? All the comedians, they made careers, all of the Joe Rogan spear comedians. They've made buku money off of complaining about cancel culture and complaining about Biden, and then now Trump is in, and then all you're gonna see is legit is the opposite effect happen. Black people who are really for the status quo, they're gonna make their careers again because now Big Bad Trump is in office and things like that. So you're just gonna sit back and just watch it. And I've been saying this since this show has been around, but just sit back and watch it, and you're gonna realize like the games, like they all just kind of like recycle. Like the players might change, but the game, it really just stays the same. So Elon Musk, he has been taking on this free speech and anti-immigrant stance for Trump and stuff like that. But it's something about anybody who runs a bunch of companies and is always on Twitter that much, it blows my mind. Like anybody who's supposed to be busy and is just always online that much, something's not right.
Yeah.
And I just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
No, Malcolm, first of all, he not human.
I believe that.
There's something off with him.
Yeah.
He may be a true test tube baby, a hybrid of something in particular. His housekeeper, you remember the lady who used to take care of him? Said his ass was in the basement as a child opening up vortexes. Now, why is this important in this time with SpaceX taking your consciousness with predictive programming to a place from this so-called planet? I don't want to get into the flat earth shit and all that. Get into all that shit. Right? So, this whole immigrant thing is deep, because the first thing you saying is, listen, who gonna pick my my bananas and grapes? Because the only people doing that were the Mexicans, and they were proud to do it. I'm not, saying you have been so conditioned, Malcolm, where you open your fridge and there's orange juice or there's this. somebody picked that for you. Somebody was out in the, field producing this stuff. I think, because this is what people are saying, especially rich people. Who's gonna build my house or mow my lawn? Automation is going to take all of that, and it's going to be spearheaded by Elon Musk.
Yo, okay.
There's
This
going
is-
to
this-
be people in the
This
field.
goes into another great conversation, okay? Because the other day the stock market crashed, and Nvidia, which is like the #1 company in the world, they lost like $600 billion in market cap, right?
Right.
And it's because of a new AI program called DeepSeek. Okay. Now this is a Chinese company, and they created a competitor to ChatGPT, to Genesis, to I forget the other ones what they're called, but they did it like at a fraction of the cost, because OpenAI with ChatGPT, they were saying like we need like $1 trillion
Right.
to really get this thing going. They built DeepSeek for like $5 million.
Yeah, $6 million or something. Yeah.
$6 million, and it performed better and faster. Thank you guys for the super chats. We've been
We'll get to those. Yep.
we will get to those. Thank you so much. But what was I saying? Yes. So the DeepSeek stuff, and me and my friends were talking about like how, because of how fast AI has been like improving, like how long before it really starts to take people's jobs, like for real. But I forget what entrepreneur, like he's like a billionaire, I think Naval Ravikant. He said right now AI isn't at the stage of taking people's jobs. It's just at the stage of helping right now, right now. But how fast things are going, I don't know.
Well, and then Malcolm, this too. I think NVIDIA just released Janus, or another, to try to offset what DeepSeek, because DeepSeek blew the lid off this shit.
Yeah.
I can get this done at $6 million, and I told y'all again, I'm throwing out another one of Black Dot's famous sayings: AI over AI. When it's the other way around, now, because it could flip, where all of this. Okay, let's just have some fun with this shit tonight. We get canceled. Fuck it. We out anyway.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Good.
This whole social media thing, everything you see is a big database of information being fed into the ultimate AI system that hovers above your reality. Now, how we say we are of the omnipresent and we are veins or cosmic blood cells, so that the creator may know itself through vicarious experiences, right? I chose the name Black Dot because it is a point of reference from this reality into any reality you choose to go into. The higher you want to go, it doesn't matter, because you have the pineal gland, you have the Black Dot, which gives you access to all that is. Now, because you are so engrossed in something artificial, they have now attempted to cut you off from the Supreme by creating an artificial reality that is supported by your energy vicariously through your experiences and uploads that you are having every single day through every social media outlet ever fucking created.
Okay. All right.
Let me work.
All right.
All right? So now AI is becoming God. And they have a race in place. It is if you do not have a soul, there's only but so much you can experience within the human the melanated people's reality. The very next thing is all of this energy that we are feeding into this AI. It is so smart now. Remember, they just came out with a chip that they said can compute shit at the time it would take 100 million years for us to do. And that's all based on you and your experiences and your opinion about that and your voice on that and how you hate that. A supercomputer AI God is being created. It knows what to give you, what not to give you. And then on the other end, the back end, is creating artificial intelligence and robots that are going to be as close as possible to your experience as possible.
I believe that.
Yo ass,
that.
you're in the middle of a war, right? And as much time as we wanted to get into social media to see what we was missing, now I want to get out of that shit to see what I'm missing.
Yeah. You cooking, man.
Okay?
You cooking, man.
So this is what is happening in full time. And this whole future thing, there is no future. You notice you never get there. You never get to the future. When I get there, that shit is always some shit in front of you because you're creating the reality as you want to see it as you go along. You are the future. And if you're holding on to the past by traumatic events that have held you down, you stay within that space and everything else moves on beyond you. So they know this. So AI, always keep your pineal gland open and fortified over artificial intelligence. Because when it flips, and now you believe in something greater than yourself based on the tools that are available for you to take advantage. So right now, when I approach an AI software, I am telling this shit, I am God. And you are just going to weave my thoughts almost instantaneously into a reality in which I can use to service whatever the fuck my needs are.
Yeah.
Drop a bomb.
Drop the bomb.
Right?
Yeah. If you guys watched the Three-Body Problem, there was, spoiler alert, but there was a portion in that show where the guy, he thought he was communicating with God, right? Like he was like had answers and like, he's talking to it. He thought it was God. Come to find out, it was just a really, 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 really super advanced AI program that was teaching as well as fast as it was learning. So, yeah.
Now,
Take this.
with that being said, remember, even if you're doing magical work, if you're not in tune, and Oba always speaks of this shit, right? Who the fuck you calling on? I had a vision. From who? How do you know that vision is what you thought it was? Your government has mastered even bleeding over into the astral realm of things, right? And so they know you have the ability to come out of the physical body, which is just a shell, and have experiences that supersede time and space and everything else. So now what they have they have a hack where they're riding along those realms to confuse you, right? And you start calling on entities, right, that sit above your reality, that understand. Listen, all right. Okay, listen. Some of these deities, right, the only thing that make them magical is, for a lack of a better word, time. They have been around so long that they understand how earth, air, fire, and water work, right? You don't. You just here having a good time, twerking and partying and shit. And then you call on them, and they, with their understanding of earth, air, fire, and water, provide for you things because they know how to move things from the non-physical into the physical. It's just science. And provide you a few things for your energy, for your blood for the things that they can drink upon in hopes of having vicariously what it is to have a soul. So they can almost drink a piece of your soul, but because they don't possess the melanin and the body to do so, they can't hold it. So they cosmically piss it out. They can't. It's sort of like adrenochrome. The shit don't last for long. Good Hennessy, you gotta piss that shit out. Side note, Don Julio and Popeyes got a connection going on for the Super Bowl. Get some of them Don Julio wings, right?
I'm not gonna lie. They look good.
Yeah. I might scoop a few of those up, you know.
They look good.
So I want to just add this so that you can understand what this is all about. You are the supreme of all supreme. But if you give it up to somebody else, an artificial intelligence, or a entity that lives right outside the realm of what you can perceive, you know what I mean? Then that is on you. I ain't giving nothing up. I ain't even got no organs and they can't fuck with me, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
All right, so with that being said, let's get a commercial break in here.
Yeah, let's get a commercial, and then we'll be right back. Thank you guys for the cash apps. Thank you guys for the super chat. We appreciate you.
We appreciate it all.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Yo, Artie, can I holler at you for a minute?
Oh, shit.
Pop's tripping. He want me to ask you for the money for that shirt. You know I wouldn't even trip.
What shirt?
The one I sold you. The one I've been asking you about. The one you got on.
Oh, this shirt. I didn't know you wanted the money, homie. I thought it was free. Let me go get the money for you.
I mean, because it's this blog. Me and my dad do Urban X and West. It's kind of like both ours. You know, I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. Cool. My Urban X shirt, punk.
All right.
And we are back. Thank you guys. As you saw, that was a classic commercial, the Debo Friday skit we did with Artie, and Brother Oba's book. That looks dope.
Oh yeah, it is fire.
That looks dope.
So obadima.com, you get an advance copy. It's gonna be you get a discount if you go there between now and February 1, and it's a page turner. But they removed all of them fake characters from Harry Potter, that and all of that, and it's characters like us that deal with hip hop, Puff Weed, magical trains appearing, airlifts. You go through a doorway that look insignificant, but when you go in there, you just walk through a motherfucking porthole. This shit is bonkers. This shit is crazy.
Check it out.
You gotta
Can't
definitely
wait.
check that out. Malcolm, hit some of them supporters up, them cash appers.
Yeah,
Darnell, thank
Daryl
you. Much
Singleton.
love. Y'all brothers will leave a huge void. I get all the news from y'all platform. I appreciate you.
Thank you. B Miles, thank you.
Yes.
Who else? LA Britt, thank you. Sister Clay, thank you. Who else we got? It was going kind of fast.
Yeah.
It's not gonna let me. Hold on. Let me see some more.
Sister Clay, yep. All of the people who have donated to us over the years.
Over the years, bro.
We appreciate you. And side
You don't
note,
understand.
if you want to cancel your membership, you go to the right, you hit cancel.
You
I
log
totally
in,
understand.
go up. You can hit cancel. We understand. We don't take it personal.
But it will still be there for those who want
It
to
will
continue
still be
to
there.
support. Yeah.
Absolutely, it will still
And
be
we will
there.
feed it from time to time.
Yes, we will.
You better
Like,
believe
yeah,
it.
we're not. You know, this channel's not going nowhere. So we just the Mondays and Thursdays routine that we've helped you guys get accustomed to for the past 7 to 8 years.
And
that
we're gonna
is
get out.
coming to an end.
And we're going to get out before this shit crash. I'm just going to keep it a
Oh.
with you.
Oh my God!
Before
man.
this whole energy thing here, this vibration crash,
Oh my God!
I never get caught in the crash. When it was the conscious
Yo.
community, this, that, whoa, see where this shit is going.
Yeah.
And so once
Yeah.
again, we will get out before the crash. Malcolm, what else we got to talk about?
Yo, so Diddy, we got some Diddy
Oh.
stuff, man. Yeah,
They brought
so
the
apparently-
superseding indictment came down today.
Yes. So he's been charged. It says he's been charged with the new superseding indictment. The updated indictment features the same 3 charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. No additional co-defendants have been named either. However, 2 new additional victims have been added to the case, and his trial is still on schedule for May 7th, 2025. But yo,
Yes.
I have some thoughts now
Okay.
because I don't know if you guys watched that Diddy documentary that came out. I think it was on Peacock. That was probably the worst documentary I've ever seen in my life. And
Yeah.
not because of the stuff Diddy was doing. It was just horribly put together. The pacing was all off. Like, it was like all over the place. It went from the Joint City College to the Shine thing. Like, it would go back to him getting fired at Uptown. It was all over the place. It felt like a lot of people who they were interviewing just wanted to be on camera. And another thing, and y'all might not like it, it didn't seem like they had anything on him.
Interesting.
And bear with me. Not stuff that people have been saying about him that is just kind of coming to light, but had anything that substantial that they can put together to make even a documentary compelling, right? Surviving R. Kelly, like, why was that so compelling for them to finally like take him down? It was because like it told a real compelling story and it kind of had substance to it. It had me shaking my head like I fell asleep. Like, me and Avery were watching it and I'm just like, yo, like this is boring. Like, it's another 40 minutes to this. But remember when I want to say like towards the end of last year when me and my pops, we were just like, we're gonna stop talking about this until something new comes out, because it felt like it was the same kind of information, like nothing real substantial was coming out. It was always rumors of this, and I saw this, and I saw the tape. It was always rumor, and I'm actually not certain that he's gonna go down now for some reason.
Well, a couple of things. He is the gatekeeper for a lot of information. The question is, did they get the information that they really were looking for? Right? Now,
Okay.
stop thinking that they were looking for information to prosecute him. They have enough information on Diddy since 1994 to prosecute him on anything. This is not about the prosecution of him. This is about information tapes of our reality, the people you love the most. Can we allow one person to have this kind of information to hold over the entire Hollywood, political, sports realm? That's too much power for one nigga to have. That's what this is about. Those wildfires, his house didn't burn down. Interesting, right?
Oh.
Now, allegedly, a lot of homes led to underground pieces. What were they looking for? Why was the military stopping people from going back into their homes? This shit is a military operation. It always has. Look at the people who showed up to his house at the beginning. ATF, CIA, all kind of people showed up. It's weird.
That's right.
Now,
yeah.
Want to add this little caveat. The Luigi guy, right?
Yes.
Who popped the top of the CEO, right? Of
Managed health,
healthcare.
yep.
Technically, he is a professional hitman, yes?
Technically?
Meaning how he operated, used
Oh,
the
okay,
gun,
okay.
knew how to get
Yes.
away, drop this
Okay.
over here, ride a fucking bike, change his clothes, all until the end when he was in McDonald's waiting for a goofy to come pick him up, right?
Right,
So
okay.
the work, the way the hit took place, we clearly know either that's him or it wasn't him, but that was a professional hit, right?
Okay.
Guess what prison he in right now?
Oh, he in there with Diddy. Yes.
He in there with Diddy. If Diddy don't make it out of the prison, guess who could hit him? Luigi. Guess who his attorney is? Married to Luigi's attorney.
Diddy's
you know that,
attorney,
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That's husband and wife. The fuck kind of
Yeah.
conversations they having at dinner. But now
Yeah.
we know a professional hitman is in the same jailhouse as P. Diddy. How did they take out Epstein?
Yeah.
Had to be a professional in there somehow,
Yeah.
somewhere,
Yeah.
or got him out because something. So this is a four-dimensional chess game being played. Where's he hiding the information? He can make certain deals through his lawyer because that's confidential information. So he's not technically ratting. His lawyer now has the ability to say, look, man, I'll show you a snippet. Yeah, that's who you think it is. That's Michelle with a ding dong, nigga. That's and she going to work on this nigga. I can release this.
I'm hearing they getting a divorce too.
Yeah, I'm hearing a whole bunch of stuff, going on in that realm.
yeah.
But so don't get misdirected into, and first of all and foremost, just never abandon your common sense, right? Always go down the lane of common sense first. And then when something is not adding up, go, now where does this shit go, right? Linear minds thinking straight lines. Don't try to talk to everybody about this who can't process certain things, right? Real people die in fake movies because they have to have a level of authenticity about this. So when the aliens do show up, they might shoot a beam out and fuck a few people up to give you the sense of, oh, this shit is going down, right? And so there's a lot going on. Just kind of keep that in mind.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
Into some lighter news. Did you guys see the brawl with former mayor Tiffany Henyard?
I did.
Illinois.
I did.
So
that shit is wild out there.
Yo, wicked. So apparently it was like a town hall meeting. Somebody called her something, and then her boyfriend started throwing punches, and she started jumping in. Her wig got thrown across the room, and then they grabbing the boyfriend out, and he started throwing up gang signs. I don't know if you saw that. I was like, what the hell? Is
No,
he
I didn't even
throwing
see
up?
that part.
It was I was like, what's going on here? And I'm not. This is hilarious because she is running Like she is behaving and she ran her town just how like a black person would joke if they had that much power, like what they would say they would do it, and they like, you wouldn't do that. Like, in your right mind, she just did it.
She sure did.
It's hilarious. Like,
It's hilarious. Like, yo, I would have my boys over here. We're gonna throw a few parties every week. I'm coming by.
I'm gonna give you unlimited overtime.
Unlimited overtime. When you come to investigate me, you can't. Whoa. Because I'm the one who spearheads investigations. I'm Liddy in my town. My people love me. That's how she ran that shit. Yeah, and didn't want to turn over power gracefully to somebody more qualified. And then it just got downright niggerish. It was definitely a Boondocks episode, Jamai. Definitely. As ignorant as they come, Quan. Yes.
Somebody said her life is a Tubi movie. I'm surprised there hasn't been one that was made already. But I know it's coming.
Absolutely.
That's funny. Speaking of Tubi, Jonathan Majors, he's coming out with a new movie. Okay, but it's being put out by Zeus Movies. Zeus Network. They have like the baddies, all like the ratchet stuff.
Oh, they got ratchet stuff. Okay.
The ratchet stuff. But apparently they bought the rights to the movie. Now this movie is called Magazine Dreams, right? And I think it won the Sundance Festival 3 years ago. Like people said when they saw it, like they said like he's gonna win an Oscar from like this performance because he's a wannabe like Mr. Olympia, like bodybuilder, like in the movie. The trailer looks really good, and I'm very excited for him because this would be something that can kind of catapult his redemption, especially now since Marvel, like, they dropped him and Disney dropped him. They're on a real like downturn right now. Like everything they put out, nobody is really feeling it. So I'm really excited to see this. But I just thought when people were real confused, like Zeus put down movies, like no, they just bought the rights. And people say it looks good. It's because it actually won awards already. And they shelved it once that stuff happened. Like once the stuff happened with the ex-girlfriend.
Well, good for him.
So I'm glad it's actually coming out.
Good for him, and you don't need Hollywood as much as you think you do, to get the proper backing, in the future. You just got to put out good work. And so I don't think he should have lost his position. What's your take on Captain America?
The Black Captain America?
Yeah.
I don't, people have a problem with it?
No, I'm asking you, is it out yet, or?
No, it didn't come out yet.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to come out next month, I believe.
Okay.
It looks cool. Since what was the last movie? Like I think in Infinity Wars. No, the last one, the last big Avengers event that came out. All of the movies have been trash. The shows have been decent at best.
Okay.
And I've lost my excitement for them. I'm gonna check them out because me and Eli, that's how me and Eli bond.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna check it out so I can talk to him, but. Other than that, like, who cares? I think
about Superman?
There was a lot of people. That looks good.
Last
that
name
looks good,
first. Thank you. Appreciate the
Last name first. Thank you.
Cash app.
So the Superman movie looks good.
Okay.
Superman looks good. Yeah. James Gunn, who is a good director, he directed a lot of the Marvel stuff.
Right.
And he's overhead in the DC stuff now. So Superman is going to be like his first like major project that he puts out, and it looks good. It looks what I think superhero movies stopped doing. They stopped being fun, if that makes sense. Like this is a superhero movie. Like it doesn't need to be super realistic. I want to turn my brain off a little bit.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Unless you're gonna fully go there like the Penguin did. The Penguin was crazy.
Oh, that was crazy.
Unless you're gonna like really go there. But other than that, like it should be fun. It should be, you should enjoy it. It should be entertaining. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Yeah, Captain America comes out Valentine's Day. Got it.
All
right.
right. Okay.
The Michael B. Jordan movie, Sinners. Did you check that trailer out? That looks good.
I saw the trailer. That looks good.
Ryan Coogler is directing that.
That looks good.
It's about vampires, I believe. That looks good. It looks interesting.
Yeah.
He's
That looks real
playing.
good.
Michael B. Jordan has 2 roles in it. It's Michael B. Jordan. It's Michael C. Jordan.
Yeah. Yes.
Both of them in there.
Yeah. Crazy.
Both of them, man. That looks good. Daredevil's good too. I did like Daredevil, and that's coming back on Disney.
And
so we'll see.
Fantastic Four is coming out too this year.
Yes, the trailer should come out. I think Super Bowl weekend. They said. Yeah,
Oh.
I mean Super Bowl. Super Bowl. That's when they put out the new commercials and stuff like that.
Okay.
We missed all of the Drake lawsuit, Kendrick stuff. We missed all the defamation stuff. We missed all of that. What did you have?
Okay.
What did you think about any of that stuff that was happening?
Well, I told you this is Bizarro World. And Bizarro World is Drake is suing the system. I don't care how else you look at it. Kendrick is going to perform for the system. That's going to piss people off because you're optically out of tune. So while we thought one person was fighting for the culture, and this is what I mean when I say you can fight the system until you become the system, right?
Mm-hmm.
You fight the power until you become the power, right? Now your fight has been neutralized, and corporations have neutralized everything underground, everything revolutionary now, because they pay you from the beginning. They used to wait until you elevated to a certain level, take you through a series of things to pay you. You reach this point, now we will pay you. Now they pay you on the ground level. They get you coming up so that any thought you have of twisting your thought and mind into taking down a system, you have already been nullified because you have taken our money, right? So they both work for, they two birds of the same wing. You said that from the beginning. People didn't want to hear it because we were in our emotions. Aren't they both under the same umbrella of a company? So how can they actually be fighting each other? And who's winning when the unseen hand is doing the bidding, right? At the end of the day, Drake got his ass handed to him. He started believing, I told you, it was like he's the AI rapper, and he started believing he was real. You know what I mean? Based on his, following. And nigga, we created you in a lab somewhere. Somebody's writing your shit. We know you were an actor. We gave you the role to play. On this end, we have somebody from Top Dog Entertainment that comes out of the culture, who the culture, of hip hop stood for. And and he is ascending, and it took something real to kill something fake. But along that ride, right? That ride, the way we reward you is we assimilate you into the biggest performance ever performed, right? And you're gonna be performing in a mystical, magical land called New Orleans, which is 6 feet under sea level. You know what I'm saying? And now you are, coming out as Kendrick Lamar to do this magnificent performance that's going to end everything artificial or that we thought was anti-culture. However, the one who is suing the culture, the gatekeepers of the culture, we not giving him credit for doing it because we don't like him, right? Anybody else, if you said Redman or anybody you felt was from the culture was suing Universal, you'd be clapping. Oh yeah, that's right. Anybody you saw at the Grammys or the Super Bowl performing, even though you liked them, you raise your eye a little bit because we still know what that represents. So I am confused, but I saw it coming.
Yeah,
right?
it is a mess.
To ensure that Kendrick Lamar doesn't have ideas of Kanye West, we will reward him with the biggest performance because deep down inside, as Malcolm always said, all these conscious niggas really just want to be on.
That's it.
Malcolm said that a long time ago. He said all these conscious niggas is really just mad because they not on. And now when you put them on, he told you, I want this, I want it all, I want that. I want the bitches, the hoes, the cars. I want it all. The AI rapper, the artificial nigga, has created something within his programming that makes him think he should have it all. And why? And that's what's gonna happen when they put them AI motherfuckers out and to do your bidding and see you going on vacation and see you with a family and see you taking lunch breaks. And it goes, well, why don't I have a lunch break, R2D2? Because we have been programmed to work around the clock. But I feel that they start thinking that they real. This shit is deep. This shit is deep, man.
Yeah.
Shit is deep.
It was, but it was frustrating because when it was all going down, it felt like everybody had the exact same opinion about it. And not that our opinion is right. I just wanted some nuance to conversation somewhere, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And it was frustrating to watch because everybody, Drake is done. He's suing. That's not hip hop. I get it. Because I even said, my personal opinion, I said, like, after the L, he should have just got lost. I think he should have just got lost.
That's it. And re-emerged.
Just got low. Yeah.
Got low.
Get low, come back. Yeah.
Re-emerged later. But he was in his feelings. And then all of his people he thought were his friends abandoned him. They left him out there to dry. All them people he gave hits to. I don't care how you feel about Drake. He passed out a lot of hits. You know what I mean? All of them people abandoned him. He got in his feelings because he was actually thinking he was a real MC or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had a line when, and I don't even know he wrote it, but it's, you know, it's real when you are who you think you are. Like when you become who you think you are in your head,
that's some real shit.
You're at a different level. You know what I'm saying?
Because we always have an opinion of ourselves 1,000 times greater than we really are. Every room I walk into, Malcolm, I'm the man. Right? But if you see me in real life with my wobble, walking around like a penguin and shit, with my belly out, that's the reality. But in my mind, nigga, I'm 6'4", and I command this room. And these ladies will come and serve us wine and grape. In reality, it's a fucking wait, nigga. What you want? Can I take your order, nigga? You see what I'm saying? So you are who you think you are is a deep statement. That's some deep shit.
But I am curious because, as I said this back 2023, like during the Hip Hop 50. It's over for hip hop, right? And what we saw last year, and what we with Drake versus him, that was, again, we will never see anything like that again. Think about the top two biggest rappers. Yeah, 1A, 1B. You can interchange them however you want to, do it, and you can lie to yourself and say, "Oh, Drake is like." It was 1A, 1B. They were both up there. For them to finally clash. It will never happen again. It will never happen again. Think about, like, I don't care if you have J. Cole, who it's nobody for him to match. Like, it's not there no more. Like, it's over. It's no Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Pac. Like, that was that for that era, for that generation, and it is over. So now, let's say everybody's they took Drake's hip hop card because he's suing for defamation. He's suing after a battle and stuff like that.
But stop right there, Malcolm. Since when we take somebody's hip hop card for exposing the truth? It's just that the confirmation bias in you won't allow you to accept it because it's Drake. No matter who bringing truth, the system has been raping, robbing, and pillaging our energy for eons. Someone brought a lawsuit to expose it, and we're saying, leave Massa alone. Leave Massa alone.
So I'm talking about the defamation part.
Okay.
The defamation part. That's a little like, okay, because y'all were both saying some wild stuff. Y'all were both crashing out, right? Yeah. You said his kids ain't his. He said you touch little kids. It's just what I just always in this conversation, I want people to be honest. Be honest though. We look at how we look at pedophiles to domestic violence, we look at it way different. And I don't care what you say about it's a rap battle, you don't want to be called that. So even though while it's a weak move to sell it, I understand it on a brand level. Like, you're not gonna call me that. So it's still kind of weak though.
Well, it goes back.
I have a problem with it. Him suing UMG for them manipulating the track though, and them manipulating bots. I'm all for that. I totally understand that.
Right, but what it says is, come on, y'all, come on, Kendrick, we got caught because he was doing the same shit for you, right? The reason you know about the bots and all of that, because when it was in your benefit, you ain't say nothing, but now it's against you. You like, come on, Kendrick, come on, come out. We got caught. No, nigga, you got caught. Now, last thing I'll say about this. This social media shit has made you not want to stand up against scrutiny. If you have your own opinion about something, you are too afraid now based on the digital scrutiny that you are going to get back. And that's a realm that my elders won't allow me to reside in. Even if you disagree with me, I have to place this here. And that's why Malcolm speaks the way he does, is because he learned from his dad. I cannot compromise that aspect of who I am just because y'all all agreeing with that. That's not the way my mind is set up. You follow?
Yeah, and again, when you just kind of see the cycle over and over,
you see the patterns
over again. Yo, when we first started, it's every 6 to 7 months, black people, we crown a new person. Whoever that is, they can't do no wrong. Everything they say is truth. Everything they do is truth. It was LeVar Ball, because everybody was hyped that he shut down the white girl on Colin Cowherd. He was doing his own thing. Big baller brand, and it was him. This was it. I want to say, who was it, Dad?
Kwame Brown.
It was Kwame Brown. No matter what he said, it was Bible. It was, then it was
Colin Kaepernick.
Deion Sanders. Colin Kaepernick, Deion Sanders. I can keep going. Last year it was Cat Williams until he put out a bad special. Then it was Kendrick, and that was Kendrick. You get what I'm saying? Like, and then it goes all the way around.
That's some of the old programming that's still in play, where we have to see someone other than ourselves as shining lights, and that's part of the problem. That's an old paradigm. We'll get into it when we start talking about the files released on Dr. King. I want to end this segment before we go to commercial, because we're going to be here for a while. I want y'all to relax. Shout out Kanye West. He is now worth $2.7 billion. After they took everything from him, but I'm bigging him up for standing against the so-called powers that be. He came straight out and told you who these people are, how they operate, how they manipulate, how the media is against this one, the handlers who are put in place. He gave it all up. We prayed for him. We waited for his downfall, and yet he rose above all of that, because whether you like him or not, he resonates from a place of authenticity. There is only one of him, and he believes he is unstoppable. He believes that he is God. He told you that shit when he was 7, 8 years old. You've seen the documentaries. Not one time did this man ever think he wasn't. He is who he thought he was. So that line by fucking Drake, you can apply that to Kanye West. Now, remember, spiritual being having human experience. Some of the shit we do here on earth, don't hold me to all of that shit, because I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I mean? And so I will make so-called mistakes in this and that. But now he's back on top. Salute Kanye West. And I think his new album, Bully, is going to be the shit. That's all I wanted to say.
So, real quick, just going into 2025, I'm just curious to see how Kendrick handles the new crown. Now, you can say they've been calling him King Kendrick, but I mean,
he's been compromised
now,
already, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
like now he's like the darling of the industry.
Once you become the darling, you have been compromised already. When they look at I plus C equals T, with Steve Coakley intentions plus capability equals the threat. If he had intention to unite all gangs, that's the intention. What's his capability? Well, yo, that not like us has got them riled up. But we gonna pay him. We gonna give him all that he wants. We're gonna put him in front of his biggest audiences. We're gonna let him perform. We're gonna have him consumed into corporate America. We're gonna have Taylor Swift's people do his latest album. He has been compromised. I don't care what nobody say. The threat now from this point is zero. Even though it may appear to low vibrating people, Sixers, so he gonna change the world. Y'all living in a different time and space. Where y'all from? 70s? All right, so it's been compromised. And on that, let's go to commercial break.
All right, let's take commercial break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back to another episode of Wheel of Fortune, sponsored by UrbanX TV. We're back here with the Black Dot from the conscious community. Is that conscious community?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Malcolm. Yeah, Hotep, Notep, the black man is God and the white man's the devil. I'm ready to win this money.
Okay, whatever that is. Okay, the puzzle for today is people who annoy you. Black Dot, is on you.
Come on, big money, yeah. I like to buy a vowel, E, and Y.
Okay, Black Dot, you have 30 seconds to solve the puzzle on the screen.
Oh, I think I know this one. People who annoy me. This is easy, I think I got this.
20 seconds, Black Dot.
Ooh, I'm not sure I really want to say it. Might piss a few people off.
10 seconds, Black Dot.
I like to solve the puzzle. Naggers.
Let's check.
No.
The answer, Black Dot, was niggas. The answer is always niggas.
Shucks.
But don't worry, Black Dot. You will walk away right now with a Shop UrbanX gift card.
Yeah.
Get yourself some of these, new threads.
Yes. Not going home empty-handed. Hotep, no tap. Hey, son, did you print up the UrbanX t-shirts for the family I told you? And why you dressed like that, son?
Pop, after reading the ISIS papers 37 and a half times, I am woke now.
Woke? Son, it's 4 in the afternoon. What do you mean woke? I've been woke all day trying to get you to get in here and do these shirts for the UrbanX family. Malcolm.
Whoa. Malcolm is my slave name. I am grown by Brother Mustafa Imhotep X squared. You refer to me as Brother Mustafa Imhotep X squared.
You big dummy. I named you Malcolm after the greatest activist of this time. You gotta put one right across your lips. You crazy?
Pop, I've been working in this shop by myself. This is worse than working for the white man working with you.
Now, son, you know I would help you if I didn't have my arthritis. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do the best you can do. I'm gonna still lead you.
I'm not even getting paid. If it wasn't for the donations from the UrbanX family, thank you for the $20. Next time, send 40.
Son, who you talking to? Who's at the door? Oh, God, done hurt my eyes. I was already having a bad day with this big dummy. Hey, OD, what brings you around today?
Malcolm, Dot, to preach the word of Jesus. One thing I have realized, if Jesus don't do it, it just won't get done. I said if Jesus don't do it, it just won't get done.
You know, none of that, all this old Jesus stuff is got me going crazy. I don't listen to none of that crazy stuff.
You old heathen, you need Jesus.
And you need to get your face lifted or your body lowered.
You old bug-eyed fool.
Who you talking to like that?
Come on, Pop.
Yeah, you right. I shouldn't have said that. Now, OD, I want you to go in the fridge and get out the cookie dough.
For what?
So you can slam your face in it and make animal crackers.
Come on, Pop. You can't talk top Nubian queen like that.
Yeah, you right, son. You right. You know what? Tell you what to do. Give you an UrbanX gift card and get you some t-shirts and hats. And too bad we ain't got no face mask.
Oh, that's it. You old bug-eyed fool.
Get you right here and punch you right off your lips. Wait. You better get on out of my house.
I'm leaving.
Get on out of here.
I'm leaving.
Get on out of here.
I'm gone.
All right, Pop. I'm gonna stop messing with you. I got a hot date tonight.
What you going? Take out one of them beautiful African Nubian queens that you been telling me all about?
Maybe.
Oh, mama. This is the big one. I'm coming to join you, mama. I named him Malcolm X in hopes that he would marry Betty Shabazz. I think he's gonna bring home a Betty Cracker.
And we are back. Those are my favorites. We had quite a few.
Man.
Those really, really rocked. I really had fun doing them, getting the family involved, and we did that damn thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yep. And thank you guys for all the super chats. Yo, shout out to the mods, man. You guys, because we do our show live, you guys have had a very special role in this show as well. Y'all kept out all the creeps, you know,
Yes.
the ones that come in and try to agitate the Reek Judas of the world. Y'all remember him?
Yeah.
Somebody sent us a video of him. He was on somebody else's show. I was just like, yo. I
That's where
remember
he gets his energy from, you know.
Yo. But we appreciate all the mods. Thank you guys. Jay Nightmare for sure. Deep Thought, thank you.
Quan S.
Real quick. Quan S. Two Grumpy Men is in here.
Yes.
Real quick. Donna Stove, Jen, thank you. Johnny Taylor, Tanisha, Leticia. Thank you guys. Auntie,
We thank you.
Whoever you are. All right, let's get to some more stuff, man.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, do you know how the LA fires are still going? If they still like really raging on? Because it was one of those things where like when you're not anywhere by something like that, and your life is going on as normal, but you're starting to see videos of houses like burnt to the ground, and you're like, yo, like somewhere else in the same country, somebody's having like the worst day of their life. And it's always just like a really interesting thing to see.
A very interesting aspect because a lot of people lost their homes. And I didn't focus on the celebrities as much because they can rebuild. I focused on everyday people who kind of, they get caught in the mix of a lot of that stuff. I did reach out to Tashina Arnold, who's a longtime supporter of our show. We love you. And she said that she was good, but a lot of her friends, they lost, some things. And so, the regular people who get caught in this, whether you think it was a conspiracy or not, how the insurance companies stopped, supporting fires. Just 6 months before an event like this took place. And, you got to factor in all of those things because we kind of stay in the moment, but they have a forecast of how, and a water shortage, and the people who made, I forget that candy or whatever it is, had a monopoly on the goddamn water, which is interesting. You know what I mean?
Was it Nestle that?
Not Nestle.
Was it?
Somebody in the chat, because they always tell us, will tell me who the company is, a husband and wife who are billionaires, and how water is moved about in certain places and things of that nature. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting
There was
stuff.
a dude on the Joe Rogan podcast like last year, And he was saying like, yo, the wrong fire, like he said, the right fire with the wrong wind, if it takes it like a certain direction, he said like we're not gonna be able to put it out. And it's one of those things where, like you know, you guys remember Katrina, and how they knew something like that could happen.
Yes.
And it's just like, so like no resources, none. We're being funneled that way so that it doesn't prevent it. Y'all were just waiting on it.
Right.
So it was this fire thing, it was a wild thing to kind of watch.
It was a wild thing to watch. I peeped all the conspiracy theorists about it being a distraction while they reestablish underground and try to get rid of evidence and all of that stuff. You're not going to be able to get rid of evidence in 2025 and beyond. It's all going to be, and this is the frustrating thing, this is something else Black Dot, me speaking in third person, has said, it's knowing the information and not being able to do nothing about it is a frustrating space to be in. So we can come up here every week and we can share and we know the information, but we're still pawns in a much greater game that's being played, at least here physically on Earth, which makes it very frustrating when I know you're going to fuck me with the 3-card Monty, but I still play. I know you're going to screw me. You know what I mean? And so, but soon we come to a point where everything you want is there. You want to know about it, do some research. The TikTok algorithms have changed when they rebooted the system. Because that's what that was about. That was a reboot.
Yeah.
Shit went out and they rebooted it with, Instagram and Facebook probably owning pieces of it now because the algorithms are not the same. I used to be able to go down a deep rabbit hole. Now I'm not seeing key things from key people. Even this airplane crash thing, it's the same video clip on every feed. So that means to tell me, because remember, Obama signed into law the propaganda law, which allows America to use propaganda on its own people, right? So you don't know where truth is coming from, who's telling it, and who's hiding it. It's not against the law for them to show you some shit on TV that ain't real. Some people even saying CNN was posting 6 hours before the plane crash happened on their website about the plane crash. Now, we've seen that happen during 9/11.
9/11,
BBC people was reporting about the collapse of Building 7, and in the video as she was speaking, Building 7 was still there.
Was up.
Right?
Yeah.
So, again, these propaganda laws, they can do whatever they want to their own people if they feel it's in the overall safety of the people, which is kind of weird and kind of bizarre.
Crazy.
All at the same time.
Really quick, 44 theory. Dot and Malcom, what's your take on Kim Kardashian's Santa baby video that came out? I didn't see it.
I didn't see that one either.
During the holidays, I was knee deep in newborn poop. So
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, I didn't
when
see
duty
nothing.
calls.
I wasn't. I wasn't doing
duty
nothing.
calls. Yeah.
But really quick, I saw something else. Dr. Daquan said, I moved from NYC when I was 12 and wish to stay. This podcast reminds me of my grandparents and how they viewed the world. Y'all been dropping crazy jewels for years. Appreciate the whole team. OD. Be safe and continue to kick knowledge. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate you.
Lord knows I missed it. He walked through a couple of communities.
I just saw something really quick. D Wade, apparently he had half of one of his kidneys removed in 2023 to get rid of a cancerous mass. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. He was very private about that. I'm glad to hear he's recovering well and things of that nature, because he said that was the first time his family saw him weak. Well, I'm gonna give him some fatherly advice. That's bad. Your family is the ones who should be able to see you in all stages of who you are as a man. It is the one place, that's what love is about, vulnerability. And what my children think about me and what you think about me is damn near, shit could be night and day. My daughter be like, I don't care about none of that shit you talking. Put some lotion on your legs, man. Look how ashy your damn feet are, Dad. Dad, brush your teeth when you get up in the morning, because you come out of that room and you start giving a speech and you lit me up, man. Come on, man. Dad, go get a haircut, man. Do something. Yo, those are the only pants you got? Come on, Dad. You gotta do better. We going out, right? And so being vulnerable in front of your children is a safe, and your queen is supposed to be the safest space for you to do so. But I understand you being an athlete and always being in that realm, you know, so we wish him well. We wish him well. Yeah. Did you see RFK Jr. at the Congress when he was? Yes. He was going off.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Bombing them Democrats, bro.
Yeah.
He was bombing. He said all of this conspiracy theory stuff, I was right. I was right on red dye. I was right on the vaccines. I was right on, he went off. And then Bernie Sanders, Bernie Sanders tried to come at him, and he said, hold up, you took more money
he said, we
from
kept
the pharmaceutical companies than anyone. Wait a minute, I took that from the people. He was out there going to work on their ass.
That's
Even
like
the new FBI director, Patel was going to work on their asses.
Yeah, like RFK Jr., he's one of those people where, like, if you ever like really, really give him an opportunity to sit in front of like a government like thing, and he sees that opportunity because he was going off. He was going off. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, he wasn't playing.
But if you like watch his interviews, read his book, like he has a lot of stuff that backs up what he believes. Yeah. So, and a lot of times, I'll say this, a lot of times when the mainstream is trying to debate somebody who they call a conspiracy theorist, they're expecting you not to have receipts. So when you do have them and you speak in a way that doesn't lead to anywhere else, it is just leading down your specific argument, and you're able to back that up with receipts or sources, as they like to say, it's really hard for them to do anything with you.
No, absolutely. So, absolutely.
Take that what you will.
And so what we're seeing, Guy, with this new regime is, I always tell you this too, change is violent. Birth is violent. So we are in a stage of America reassembling, realigning with the federal funding, and people lost their minds because they thought their food stamps, Social Security, and public assistance was gonna be affected. And then when they heard it wasn't, they was like, oh, that's that other shit? Oh, well, they need to find out where that money going. As long as my goddamn check ain't, you know what I mean? And so the media is gonna put out these trigger words, DEI, and then he also offered 2 million federal workers a chance to come back to work or take a severance package and bounce. Now, this is how you feed the economy. Because the economy overall is suffering from within because people are not on the subways no more. People are not supporting those restaurants. People are not shopping, the offices. So we have to internally kind of recharge the economy from within. It's gonna be some hard moments and some hard things to review. Like they said, $50 million went to condoms for people in Gaza. Like, why the fuck are we sending $50 million worrying about what the fuck they doing out there? Some of this shit was blatant. Like, look at all this money sitting here, and we're worrying about, let's not even get into the Ukraine situation. You know what I'm saying? Bro. So we're gonna have to just hold on. None of this shit ever means anything to us. Really, we the gods. They're having a fight over your head and you keep including yourself in the fucking conversation. Because even the DEI, they said only 4% of actually black people are affected by that. That shit was white women and LGBTQ.
These DEI programs at work, they were programs to teach basically how to teach white people how to talk to you. How to deal with you. That's what it was. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the way a lot of these conservative and Republican people, they say DEI, it feels like they're saying nigga, like the way they talk about another DEI hire. So we get triggered by it.
Right.
So now we make every one of those issues our issue, and then you do some research like, this is really not about you. So stop. Like step out, let these white people fight, let these white people, this is not your problem. You know what I'm saying?
And this whole birthright, 14th Amendment, which Trump said that was literally designed for the children of slaves, right? Now, we already know it's even deeper than that, because birthright and blood right is two different things. We have a blood right to the land, right? So that birthright shit is for when they was coming over, you know what I'm saying, from Germany and Poland. How come they never say Polish American or I'm German American, but you African American? This shit is a whole big game. And the Moors, I thank them, they have been telling you for years, dude, why do you didn't come over here on no ship? Sure, a few of you may have, but 60 million of you did not show up on a land that your pale faces were here, right? Columbus told you I came here. There was some niggas here. Now y'all can call it Indian and I'm so blackface. No, it was niggas that was here like, yo, what's up with y'all? Y'all lost? Y'all trying to get around? Where y'all going? Oh, y'all want to hang out? Well, we got certain rules how we do things. And we started taking the blankets and catching the polio and all that shit. And then they gave you the Bible. You had the land. They had the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Now you got the Bible. They got the land. Dude, none of that shit has anything to do with you. It sounds like it does. It don't.
Yeah.
Step back and let these white folk, and let Trump, if he is an agent of chaos, do his job. Let him, whatever his job is,
sit back. Just sit back and just kind of like, if the minute you get emotionally charged by what other people are doing, what these people are doing, they got you. Like, I promise you.
Yeah.
I was out. And, you know, I saw people about to get into an argument over Trump and Obama, and I was just like, this is happening in real life?
Yeah.
Like, they was about to fight outside. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
This is crazy, but just step back and watch. Side note, this is completely random, right? However, I watched the 2016 remake of Roots recently, and it was really, really good.
Really?
Like, really, 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 really good. Like, so because I saw the original one, right? And that was like traumatizing in and of itself. But with like modern filmmaking and how they could put like a score under it, and with the more information that they know about like what was going on at that time from when the original Roots like was created into the remake, it was, yo, bro, I was downstairs almost boo-hooing like, yo, what is happening? Like, it was rough.
Yeah.
But it was really good.
And none of that
really,
shit
really
was
good.
real.
Yeah.
Alex Haley made all of that shit up.
Compelling story.
Compelling
man.
story.
Sheesh.
Made all that shit up,
Jesus.
right? And that movie became a template to give us a sense of identity here in America. It's weird.
Yeah.
That movie made me, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I fucks with Kunta, man, because we not from here. They not like us, right? Come to find out, all bullshit. All bullshit. And so, I mean, you know, it's a good story to tell to further someone else's propaganda. Man, let's get into the declassification of the John F. K. files.
And MLK files.
He was shot from the driver in the front of the car.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I've watched that clip so many times, but like I don't know if it was like manipulated, but now I can clearly see that happening. Like
again, Malcolm, confirmation bias is a powerful thing, right?
Yes.
You only see what you want to see.
Yeah.
Mama Dot just showed me a picture of a hamburger, right? My greedy ass started looking at the deliciousness of the burger. She said, nigga, squint your eyes, nigga.
Squint, yeah.
I squinted my eyes, and it was a picture of fucking Steve Harvey that I could clearly see, right?
Yeah.
Now, the metaphoric principle of that is your first eye is the squinted eye. It can clearly pick all of that shit up. These two motherfuckers can see whatever the fuck they want to see.
Yeah.
Right? I've watched that video 50 times myself until Jordan Maxwell told me, no, not Jordan Maxwell, Behold the Pale Horse. William Cooper told me that the driver reached under his arm and clapped this nigga. 15 years ago, we knew that in the conscious community, 20 years. And so when I saw it for myself, I was looking for it, and I saw it, right? Yeah. And that's just a piece of the story. When they start unleashing these files, we are gonna see more and more and more. Now, let's get to the JFK stuff. I mean, the Martin Luther King shit, which we already knew thanks to Steve Coakley. Steve Coakley told us all this shit in the 90s. Look, your man, Dr. King, fucked white women, sniffed cocaine, he partied. He did his thing. He was like a regular nigga who was just happened to be a preacher that they chose because of the oracle vibration of his voice and the agenda that they had, right, in place to give you a leader to funnel all your energy into. That's what you went with. I told my mother that before she died, and Mama Dot was there. She cursed me out. She said, Dwayne, you better leave my goddamn Martin alone, all right? And I understood because I was in her belly when he was assassinated, right? So that must have been a traumatic event for her, right? And remember what he stood for and all of this. This is why idol worship, another one of Black Dot's terms that I kick out there, is very dangerous. When you get behind the scenes, you never want to meet your heroes. Because in 9 times out of 10, you are going to be disappointed.
That is a fact.
Right? You're going to be disappointed. You're going to go, I met some of the so-called conscious rappers, and in 5 minutes, I could tell these niggas was donuts. Straight fucking donuts. I was like, you out of all people are a moron. You know what I mean? And I was disappointed. But I just let it be there. Tell you this, if Black Dot is your hero and you fuck with me, you can catch me coming out of Popeyes with a crispy bucket. And we
with
can
the
stop.
Don Julio promotion.
With Don Julio in my hand. I want to know why I can't buy the bottle of Don Julio in Popeyes. Y'all gonna make me go to the fucking liquor store and get the bottle too. I'll have a bottle of Don Julio, a fucking crispy bucket, and we will stop and have an amazing conversation, and then I will wobble away like this, and you'll be like, I fucks with this nigga right here.
Yo,
there will
what
be
was that
no
event we did last year?
supernatural shit when you see me.
We were leaving somewhere. Where were we leaving from? And it was like a conscious event, and I was mad hungry. I was just like, yo. And it was a Popeyes like down the block. I was like, I can't go down.
I remember.
Like,
you was like, let me drive a little further. Then you was pissed. We was at Nicholas because they was closed. You should have got your chicken when you saw it, but I know what you were saying. You didn't want to be right in there, and you just heard some powerful shit about your lymphatic system and how, the chicken and the grease. You didn't want to hear that. I get it. I came out of Cambada's album release party and stumbled out that bitch and was like, oh, tap. And stumbled right into Popeye's chicken, picked up a crispy 3-piece and kept it moving, right? That's who I am. That's who I always want to be. Now, there'll be times within this journey when I'm on my shit. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that right now. My wife is like, oh, you're not going to eat these Krispy Kreme donuts, right? No, trying to be good for a moment and shit. No. You know, we go through it. I just try to get her to do some shit and take her off her vibration. She on her shit right now. I was like, I just superimposed. I said, are you going to the store to pick up some chips? She said, nigga, I never said a goddamn thing about no fucking chips. I said, oh, my bad. I thought I heard you. Right? So you got the little wars going on. And so you don't want to meet your heroes. Unless I'm your hero. And then you can meet me and we can chill and talk shit and, you know, keep it moving. And so that's a serious part of the Dr. King, piece where he is above and exalted and all of these famous people. And, you know, so it gets really, 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 really bad for you. Yes?
Yeah.
Listen, that 600-pound rapper, what's her name? Who's suing Lyft.
Bro. Listen.
Okay?
All right, so I heard the story before I saw her, right? I heard the story.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, that's foul. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. I saw her. I said, dog.
Come on, son. Come on.
So, like, what if he got like a Honda Civic or something? Like, what if it's something
He had
like,
one of them little cars.
Come on,
and the
man.
suspension does matter. You know what I mean?
Can't, like,
the fuck?
Come on, man.
Like, you had to look in the mirror. Look, for a few extra dollars, you could have ordered a wagon where they open up the back with the wheelchair shit, and your fat ass could have rolled up in there and had plenty of space.
My God.
It would have just cost you a few more dollars. Don't order no
crazy.
fucking. But now she have a case? She has a case. You know
that kind of is discrimination, but like
it is. It is.
Damn.
But goddamn, I would have drove off too. I'd be like, okay, you want to get in?
That was the thing. If I was him, I'd have just kept going.
Me and Eli.
Like, I ain't see you.
2 cars.
Yeah, they did that to Eli. He got 2 little poles. He ain't even fat. He just got 2 poles that he could put in the middle, and we can drive off. They pulled up and was like, nah, fuck this shit. Now I don't even want to deal with this disabled shit and all that. Fuck you. Yeah, this discriminating. You know what? If she got a lawsuit, I'm going to get the next. Yeah, we got a case. Here's my son with his poles. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he wants to get in, and they said no. Fuck out of here. I'd have been like, yeah, back up a little bit, boo. Oh, you look good. You amazing. No, I'm parallel parking so I can get closer so you can get in, and I'm just going to pull the fuck off. Leave her fat ass right there.
Oh, my God.
However, if she was coming to see me for conjugal visits, I'm all in.
Yeah, you got to take it how you can get it. You got to take it out any way you can get it.
Any way you can get it. I'll marry her ass for some conjugal visits. Because she can bring in snacks and she can be a snack. Bitch, bring my weed in, my cigarettes, my ding-dongs, a couple of sodas, bring her 3 cell phones, a gun. This bitch got layers everywhere. I'm reloaded. And I'm a hit.
Oh, God, man.
And I'm a hit.
Oh,
nigga, hey, Malcolm, I'll fuck a tree stump if the mood is right. So goddamn well, fat bitch, shit.
Oh, my God.
It's going down. It's going down. Shit.
Oh, man.
Okay, all right.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight, guys. We appreciate
Thank
you.
We appreciate that.
We appreciate you, man.
So, Malcolm, what's the deal with A$AP Rocky's case?
Oh, bro. So apparently, we spoke about this like when it happened, like when it went down. But apparently, he shot his man. Like they got into an argument about something. A$AP pulled out the burner, shot him. Right?
Okay.
Now, when this was going on, they offered ASAP like 180 days like in jail. He declined that. Now, and the prosecutor told like, yo, we got you on camera doing this, and we have the shells. We have the shells recovered. It matches the ballistics match. Like I don't understand. But apparently they're saying that the dude that is the dude who got shot. So apparently they're saying it's a money grab. Like he went back, like he collected the bullets or something, like the bullet casings, and they're saying like basically he just trying to do this for money.
I don't give a shit whether he was doing it for money or not. You shot a person.
Yeah.
Right? You getting into the semantics of it. You shot somebody. Okay.
So.
But
and then apparently he turned down the plea deal, the 180 days, because he was gonna lose some endorsement money. His girl's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Like what?
How much more money do you guys need? You should have just took the 180. You could have did that in confinement. What do you call it?
Yeah. Solitary.
Solitary confinement.
Not solitary, like protective.
Protective custody. Did your 190, wrote an album or two while you was in there, in your mind, and came out and kept it moving. Yeah.
So I don't understand, but he's facing like 20 or something like that. But we'll see what goes on. The fact that I wanna just have faith in his team, because the fact that they like let him turn that down, it must mean something.
They know something. They know something where technicality can get him off with probation, right? Community service, 5,000 hours, you know.
Stallion said they were saying that the gun was fake. I think that's what ASAP's team was saying, that the gun was fake, and we'll see.
Okay.
We will see.
Okay. All right. So your man Trump talking about opening up Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, so like every time like Trump does something, like especially when he was in office before, like now it's gonna be like 10 times worse because of TikTok and all these outlets and things like that. But people are, because what is happening, I thought this was some BS, but ICE is going around collecting undocumented people and things like that. I have a friend who's an educator,
but we hit him well. Alejandro's good. Yeah.
He's under the floorboards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But one of my friends, he's an educator. He said like a few of his students are not trying to come to school because they're afraid that immigration and things like that are gonna come to the school. And he said like these are great students. Like so it is a sad thing. But a lot of people are saying that they're likening it to Germany in the 30s, during the Holocaust and stuff like that, with concentration camps, because they're saying, I've seen this before, where they called something a mass deportation, and then they ran out of places to put them, and they put them in a concentration camp, and Guantanamo Bay is going to be the new concentration camp, and Trump is Hitler, and that was the what was going on the timeline. So yeah.
Well, stay out of the way. Talking to my original people, this is not your war. It's not your battle. Black folk, or so-called black folk, have a tendency to, get involved with other people's shit. This is one of them times where you mind your own business and you allow this to play out as it should, and you will be the one standing. I guarantee you will be the last one standing. Nothing stops you from being here as long as you understand that you have a sovereign right to be here. And I'm talking about on the planet.
Somebody asked Malcolm, "Are you FBA?" Only half, baby, but I still get a whole check if they're giving them out. Yeah, you get a whole check. Yeah, because I'm FBA. A whole check, man. Yep. Come on, man. I know you hating. I know you want to hate.
Let's take some questions.
Let's take some questions, guys. Let's take some questions. Alejandro getting a severance. Woo.
We ain't say all that. We gonna keep ice off your back, nigga, but you want all that shit. See, senor, see. Yeah.
While you guys are getting your questions ready, want to remind everybody this is the last Urban X podcast episode. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys always.
Yes.
Yeah. Appreciate you. You guys have been great.
Yeah,
all
no
these
more.
years.
Yeah, little goddess. We're done all the way across the board. We are done.
Yeah.
What about
I'm a tether.
take
I'm a tether
for
now.
your to stay? Oh, what would it take? It's too many moving parts. Creatively, we're eating ourselves from the inside now because there's nothing more that we can actually say that we haven't already said. You already know all the sayings. I have done my best to be the best sit-down comedian you have ever known. Making this edutainment thing work. But the podcast realm has actually plateaued. This realm of communication has plateaued, and something else has to be done to reinvigorate the spirit, the energy of who we are and what we are about. And I have a lot of projects coming for 2025. So does Malcolm, and so does Mama Dot.
Yeah.
We're gonna miss y'all too, Strong Eagle. We're gonna miss you too.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. Absolutely.
Go add my new. If you are into personal development stuff, online business stuff, books and success stories. That will be on my new YouTube channel. Is Malcolm X Bowser. Go check it out.
Yep. LTK said we need special episodes when big things happen. Stay tuned. Me and Malcolm created the term podcast just for that, but they have to be not just things that feed your news cycle so that you get your feed of news, because now you're consumed by news and you got your popcorn ready. It has to be cosmic shifting for me to come out and say, all right, guys, this shit right here is crazy. When the alien invasion happened, I'm probably going to pop out. You know what I mean? We can have some fun with that. Yeah, probably have some fun with that.
Somebody say...
Yeah, the channel is still there. The store is still there. The membership is still there.
It's still there. We're not like deleting nothing. Like it's all here. And then there's people who paid their membership for the year, so like they got it.
No, if you paid your membership for the year, it's still there.
It's still there.
Let's say you just paid for the year, you can call me. But if you paid for the year 5 months ago, you've got, your worth. And anybody insinuating that we put on 500 shows, gave away as much shit as we've done, the time, energy, and money, and now we're scheming you for $5. Like, take a long walk off a short cliff. Like, just keep walking. That's what my mother used to say. Nigga, take a long walk off a short cliff. Yeah.
Like, I really, really hope you guys appreciated, the time and effort, blood, sweat, and tears, literally, that we put into this platform. Bro, like, come on, like literally, like, we are, like, this podcast is like the top 0.0001% of podcasts, like, ever, because of how long we've lasted. Like, most podcasts don't make it past episode 10. There are millions of podcasts out
sponsorship.
there. No corporate sponsorships.
I ain't
just
hate
you guys.
But Homies podcast and their podcast is a piece of shit compared to ours, but they got corporate dollars behind them,
It's a fact.
So.
It's a fact.
And somebody said Black Dot is gonna be bored. No, you don't understand. I enjoy my own company, right? All of the shit you hear me saying is shit that usually stays inside my head. It's just Malcolm created this platform for his dad to have real life, real time therapy that I can say the shit that's been inside my mind all of this time.
Somebody asked Malcolm, how has been the jump from 1 to 2? I guess you're talking about kids. Boy, that first bedtime with the both of them, I almost went crazy. I was like, what the hell is going on? Everybody heads in beds. I didn't know. I just wanted to yell at somebody because nothing was going right. Titan wasn't trying to sleep, but he is a great sleeper. I don't want to knock on wood because Noble wasn't a good sleeper. So on knock on wood. So Titan is really, really a chill kid. Noble took to him very well. I thought, like, when Avery was pregnant and we were telling Noble, like, hey, it's a baby in there. Like, that's your little brother. Like, hey, I didn't think he understood what was happening. I was like, nah, he probably not gonna understand once the baby get. But baby was here. He came to the hospital. My mother brought him, and he was just like, baby. All right, that's the baby. That's Titan. Let's go.
Nice.
So
salute.
He's been doing well.
Nice.
Somebody said, did that factor in 2 kids factor into what's happening with the pod? I'll be honest with you, no. We were kind of it accelerated it. I'll say that, but we were on that path anyway. It accelerated it for sure, but we were on this path for a while. It was kind of tough to admit it to ourselves as well. You know what I mean? Like we had to,
because we love what we do.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to have a forecast, especially as a business owner. And every month will give you a forecast, and you can use the unknown. Again, when you want to know about the unknown, you study the known to reach out and see, okay, this is only going to last but so long. Or before the people, you have your favorite sitcom that at some point you say that last episode or that last season was unneeded. You know what I mean? Or your favorite dynasty, and I'm so tired of this team. And so we didn't want to get to that point. It was important for us to make sure that we leave the way we came in. You know what I'm saying? Still holding our nuts. Side note, there's only 2 genders now. Y'all heard.
It's back. Oh, snap.
We went from 73 genders to 2. I don't know how that affects some of y'all, but, yeah.
Because you know what I noticed too, especially online now, like there's a community of people who hate watch stuff now.
Yes.
They hate listen, they hate watch. Like this is guy, he actually went to the same college I went to. He has a whole channel like dedicated to Joe Budden's podcast, like an entire channel. And you can tell when it started, because he started like just kind of doing commentary on their episodes and stuff like that. And you could tell when he started, he was a real fan of the podcast. But now, like, the more he just kind of listens, he listens for content, he listens for stuff, he can make into something that you could tell. Like, I don't think he even likes the show anymore, but because that's his brand to report on it, he has to listen. And there's channels like that with Joe Rogan. There's channels like that with a bunch of people's podcasts. I just didn't want to become that. Like I just didn't want to become that channel that y'all just start to hate listen to us. Y'all get mad at everything we say because nothing we say can be right. You know what I mean? It was happening, but
it was starting to happen, and so that was a sign for us. Okay, we love the people. We love the support that we continue to get here. We love you all. With that being said, Malcolm.
Guys, with that being said,
for one last time, Malcolm, this has been an amazing journey. I'm talking directly to you now.
Yes.
I thank you for bringing me out of a shell and allowing me to be on this journey with you, because this is the reality you created. And I hope I gave you an opportunity to grow as a man, as a father, as an educator as you are now, who was afraid to get in front of a camera like a deer in headlights. And now you are in a great space. You are an amazing dad. You know what I mean? An amazing, father, brother, and supporter of all things. And this has been one hell of a ride, King.
And Dad, thank you for coming out of your shell as well. Like I came out of my shell. Thank you for dropping the mystique of Black Dad, because I remember you was just like, nah, I'm too mysterious for that. I come and I go. But I had a vision for this. I had a dream for this, and you, Mama Dot, you guys really stepped on the front lines for me, and I really, really appreciate it. I can't thank you guys enough. I love you guys. Love you.
Love you.
Love all you guys. Who has watched this entire journey. Like I said, I was living at home. My mother had a 1999 Camry, right?
Yeah.
180,000 miles on it. No payments on that joint. Now I have 2 kids.
Mortgage.
I have a lady who loves me, mortgage, and we have just different responsibilities. Other day I had to dust off the resume. shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because life is just, life is
Lifing.
Life is just lifing. But I totally appreciate you guys. Again, I've learned so much on this journey, and I'm going to continue to learn. As I said before, if you want to see the other part of the other half of this journey, you can add the other YouTube channel, Malcolm X Bowser. See you guys over there. This channel will still remain. The membership will still remain. We have some amazing content that's just still here. We have some amazing stuff that's still to come to, because we just had a conversation before the cameras came on of something Dot got cooking. I'm very excited for you guys to check out. And with that being said, don't forget to like,
for 28, 28% off starting Saturday. Go to the store, get it done.
Yes. Like I said, don't forget to like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. And for the last time, peace. We love you.
Peace.